So if you got enlightened here, like I told you, 36 to 82, like Buddha's lifetime, he got enlightened at 36, he passed away at 82. So the physical body that is there right now is called prarabdha karma, which I have to go through. Yes?
Yes.
At the same time, his future agami seeds were totally burnt out. So there is no coming back now. Why? Because of one thing which is the main in us is jiveshana, the craving to be. Yes, if you become very subtle in your observation, maybe it might happen in your Buddha, where you become so silent, your mind will almost come to a stop, and you will see no thoughts, no sensations, nothing. Yeah, just witnessing, and that witnessing is like darkness, it's nothing. And a point will come where suddenly the first thought comes, and you will notice it is the thought of I, and that thought of I has along with it a craving to exist, to be. Yeah, and you will notice it that way. It's like a restlessness about why is there this silence, why did all this stop? The mind does not like no mind state. And there you will understand the real meaning of the word jiveshna, as in your own experience rather than just somebody explaining it to you. There you will see there is a thirst in that I. It is always, the first thought is always an I.
Yes.
Yeah. It starts with an I or my. I, my. It's all connected. Yeah? And that will reflect as a jiveshana. You will be able to see that very clearly. That is the last thing to go. All your ragas, dveshas go first. That is the last thing that gets destroyed. And when that gets destroyed, the subtle body has really lost its desire to come back again. And the subtle body is the one that is actually throwing the agami seed, the future seed. It seizes it. It stops its activity because there is no more desire to be back, to exist. There is no more want to exist. That's how the karmic cycle ends.
But what if, like how the sages, gurus come back to teach others?
So there's it's not complete enlightenment.
Oh, okay.
It's not full enlightenment yet. That craving to be is there, even to help others. There's still a craving to be first, and then only can I help others.
Yeah.
Yeah. Point comes where even that vanishes. I don't even want to do anything. I don't want to exist. Yeah? It's not a depressing kind of want to exist, but there is no, the seeking is not there anymore. There's an absolute calm, an absolute peace, an absolute, there's like a lake, a serene lake which does not have a ripple of craving or aversion.
Yeah.
So because it has no seeking and no resistance, automatically there is no coming back.
So are there stages, like first you go through the stage of you want to come back to make Earth a better place,
Yeah.
for people to be able to progress.
Yes.
And once you have done that at least one time, or I don't know how many times, then finally you reach that stage where you don't even want that.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so it's gradual. It's not like suddenly you reach that highest.
Some people can.
Okay.
Some people have zero thirst. They don't even want to come back for anything. Some people can get there direct. So there are stages in enlightenment. Yeah. It's mentioned very clearly in the Yoga Vashishta, the stages of enlightenment. Yeah. So there are stages.
So I found a reason to read a scripture.
But it is only intellectual. Kya fayda?
That's true. Yeah. But there are stages of enlightenment, as you said. So let's say I get enlightenment in this lifetime and I want to come back in the next life to teach. But to get that body mind complex, I have to have karma. But now, if in this lifetime I've reached that certain stage of enlightenment, will the karma cease, or will it only partially cease, and that what is partially remaining will help me get the body mind complex? I'm not understanding.
It can be both. There are cases of fallen yogis also. Yeah. So they get back into their attachments. So Jada Bharata story, you know?
Yes.
So he got attached to a deer in the last few years of his life. And it is said that he had to come back as a deer. Yeah. It is said that it is a very rare thing for something like this to happen, but such things happen.
And then the whole thing, the cycle begins from scratch, like you were born as an animal and then you have to climb up again.
Not necessarily. We don't know that part. Yeah, that is not really mentioned in the mythology and the scriptures how it happened, but it's given as a word of caution to every person who leaves from his ashram, for the monks who finally graduate and then they are going back into the world. So they always say, always keep a very vigilant eye on your karma, because this has happened with Jada Bharata.
But then you don't start from scratch. Say if you die with one attachment, it's only that -1, right? It's not really.
I guess so. The Maya, you cannot, it's unfathomable. You cannot say, oh, 1 + 1 is 2 only. ऐसा जरूरी नहीं है ना.
Right.
Higher mathematics होगा. हमको कैसे पता है? Yeah, so there are some things we don't know. Some things which our little minds and intellect cannot comprehend.
Yes, but this is truly fascinating that me being in the house as a householder with the family, I'm able to experience all this. It's amazing how the universe works, and beautiful.